Welcome back. Let's talk breastfeeding. We're gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all's time. If you can't do it, don't do it, okay? I don't want for women to feel less than because they're not breastfeeding, because they choose not to breastfeed and they choose to supplement. As long as your baby is eating and your baby is not missing a meal, I'm sorry. Because if I could do it over again, I might breastfeed for a short amount of time. I would not breastfeed for a long amount of time, for a long period of time. The next time around, if it were to happen. Because right now, girl, Keegan is it. Girl, we're done. So to get straight into it, breastfeeding, it's a beautiful thing. I understand that some women are not able to breastfeed, and I hate that for them, because it is something that it's just an experience. It is a bond. My doctor was first starting to ask me towards the end of my pregnancy if we were going to breastfeed or not. I told them that I didn't think that I wanted to breastfeed, that I wanted to exclusively pump. So there is a such thing as, if for whatever reason, if your baby doesn't latch, or if your baby's got a tongue tie, or if you have a problem all the time with getting your baby to latch, sometimes it's really stressful. And breastfeeding is really stressful. So, and it was really stressful for me. And stress is your worst enemy whenever you're trying to supply your baby. You have to eat in order to make milk. You have to drink in order to make milk. So it all comes from you. So if all the stress and all the hormones that you're going through, hubby's back at work, like it's just you on your own, like it is a stressful situation. I don't say that to scare people, and I don't say it to defer people from wanting to breastfeed, because I'm an advocate for breastfeeding. I think if you can do it, at least try it. But if I'm being honest and I'm thinking about my breastfeeding journey, it was stressful AF. Like, it was one of the most stressful things for me. In the beginning, you are going to get the milk for free. Your milk supply has been building the entire time. Your body has done what it's needed to get to this point. Okay, so you're gonna get the milk for free. Don't take advantage of that. Now, you're gonna be very sleep deprived as well. Let me just go ahead and warn you. Breastfeeding is an around-the-clock job. You can put your baby on as need be, or you're going to have to pump. And like I said, you can exclusively pump. I wanted to exclusively pump in the beginning. That is where I made my mistake. In my opinion, you work harder to exclusively pump than you would if your baby was latched. I latched Keegan in the hospital. She had a good latch. I hadn't really made my mind up. I wasn't sure if I wanted to breastfeed yet, but I knew that I would have to pump in order to keep your boobs working. If your baby is not on your boob, or you don't have a pump to your boob, your body is going to think that you don't need milk. I'm saying it because it happened to me. Don't do it, okay? If you want to exclusively pump, pump. But you need to be pumping as often as your baby would be eating. And when you bring baby home, baby is going to be eating about 2 ounces. In the first, few days, baby's stomach starts to grow. So they're only going to eat a few ounces or a couple ounces at a time, depending on your baby. Just think an ounce an hour. So if your baby is eating 2 ounces, you're going to have to be up every 2 hours to either pump or breastfeed. It's going to be one of the two. You want to pump 8 to 12 times a day. Every 2 to 3 hours, you need to have a 10 to 15 minute pump session, or baby needs to be on your boob. You'll experience a lot of letdown. Letdown is a tingly sensation that you feel in your boobs, and milk is typically just spewing from your boobs. So, but that is a signal to your body that your body thinks it's time for baby to eat. So even whenever you're not having a letdown, your baby will initiate a letdown. Say you're not leaking, dripping, nothing at all, but it's time for baby to eat. And you put baby on your boob, baby starts sucking and gets the latch right. And here comes the milk. You can start to hear the baby swallow. And then your other boob is just leaking milk, which brings me, I don't have this problem anymore, so this is dirty. But just to show you what a haka is, it's about this big. And what you do is when you're experiencing a letdown or if your baby is nursing on one boob, put this on the other and it catches all that milk. So all you do is, it's silicone, you just fold it down, squeeze it down, put your nipple in there, and then let it go. Like let the flap pop up over the boob and let it go, and it just pulls your milk down. It's just, I don't know who did this, but y'all did this. Do your research on your pumps. My pump is a Spectra one, and so it's the blue one. The Spectra 2, I think the only difference between the 1 and the 2 is that the 1 is portable. I chose the Spectra 1 because it's portable. If you have to have it on the go, at work, anything, like you can just take it with you. Is it a hassle? Yes. Like, who wants to carry around a pump? But I'm not a fan of the pumps that go in the bra. That's a different video for a different day. That's a different story for a different day, and I'm not doing that. I did my research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Most of the time I watched them to sleep, just trying to get a feel or general knowledge of what each pump does essentially for the first time without just walking into it blind. I back Spectra. Okay, Spectra was very good to me. So just to kind of wrap it up, the things that I think are essential, of course, doing your research with your pump. Next, get a haka. You're going to need hakas. Just get them. Just get them. You will need breast pads. These. Get some of these because they're really small. They look like pads. Like you can keep them in. You can keep them in like your bag. Like they're easy to pack. I had them all around the house. And you will want to get a cooler for your overnight pump sessions. Especially if you're exclusively pumping overnight. You don't want to have to get up and take that trip to the fridge unless you don't mind to do that. But we're in a townhome, so them 2 stories, girl, like I'm not getting up. Do your research on milk expirations because you have a certain amount of time that you can leave your freshly expressed milk out. So if you've just freshly pumped, then just double check what that time is. But if it's overnight, you're gonna want to chill it. So just get you an overnight cooler. Medela has one that you can just carry up with you at night, and it's got the ice pack to go in it that fits 4 bottles in like a small like square pack, like looks like a little lunch box, but it just fits 4 small 5-ounce Medela bottles for you to pump overnight. The ice stays, I mean, like it's just a regular ice pack, but if that's all you have overnight, use that. You're going to need that. You're going to be very, very tired. You may eventually get to a point where you don't have to pump overnight. If you want to keep your supply going, it's an around the clock thing. Breastfeeding journey has not been the easiest. I've found it to be one of the most stressful things that I've had to deal with being a new mom, but it was rewarding. My baby is getting on solids now, so she's getting away from milk entirely. Like she's just, I won't say entirely because she still has to have milk, but she could care less about milk. If you're gonna have food, I really hope that this wasn't too scattered though. Breastfeeding is such a broad topic. Every woman has a different experience, much like pregnancy. But the takeaway though, real talk, like if it is too stressful of a thing to do, don't do it. You have to take care of the house. You still have a partner to tend to. You still have to be a partner You may have other children. It's just, everybody's circumstance is different. But if you can't, for whatever reason, be it your body may not allow you to, don't do it. It's okay. That's it. I'm done. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see y'all then.